Okay, so I'm going to talk about this really quickly because this has been popping up a lot for me. I really feel like the Lord has been giving me a sign to talk about this to my audience because this is like the third time I've been hearing about scams. Literally yesterday, or was it 2 days ago? I lied. 2 days ago, I was talking to a friend about scams. And then the day before that, I had a friend of mine send me a screenshot of an email telling me about, an opportunity. And I was like, I don't know. It looks like a scam, like, and before that, recently, we were discussing scams. It's just the conversation has been popping up a lot for me with my friends. So I felt the need to just kind of put it out there and give people a heads up and a reminder. Be careful of scams if you're in the creator field or if you're just in a field, as a creative person, whether you're doing like modeling, acting, an influencer, brand partnerships, whatever it is you're doing, beware of scams. Every opportunity, every successful big opportunity I've had as an influencer and a creator, I've never had to pay a dime. And I mean that. I've never had to pay a dime for any big brand collaborations, any exposure opportunities. I got mentioned in two magazine articles. I've been invited to TikTok parties. I've had major brand deals. I'm part of a major affiliate programs. I've never had to pay for anything. And if they try to persuade you and say, oh, it's just a one time fee, if they say just one time fee only, don't fall for that. They might be telling the truth. You might only have to pay a small, like $20 one time. Don't fall for that. Okay. Because here's the thing, you're still inputting your information, your card and money information into their databases. You're still inputting it into their databases. They can still have that information. You have to give it to them some way to pay your fee, right? um don't fall for that. I've never had to do that. You've heard it from major people. Like, I know there might be some speculation talking about Tyra Banks, but she's one really successful person who said that before. You never had to pay for these opportunities. Wilhelmina models, Ford models, they've all said the same thing. You should never have to pay for big opportunities. If people want you, they want you. So do not fall for that, okay? And just look out for signs, like if their contact information and emails end in at gmail.com, or even if they look legitimate, do your research, do a background check, but don't ever give up your money. The only time, now this is a totally different conversation, but the only time I could see if you need to pay anything is say you got invited to an influencer event and it's in Atlanta, okay? And you want to attend. So you might have to pay for your hotel and the flight to get there. And if you're probably like a really exclusive person, sometimes they'll even pay for you to get there. But there have been times where I've been invited to things and I paid for my own way, or I drove myself, or I flew there for myself. But it's a difference. You're being invited. That's your choice to go. If you're trying to join like an agency or have this opportunity and they're trying to swear and promise like you'll be successful, or it's urgent sign up, or you have to sign this contract right now and we will sign you, you're going to be rich and famous right away, and they're pushing you, pushing you, pushing you, that is a scam. Do not fall for that. Everything you do should always be negotiated and read piece by piece, and you should take your time and think through it, and no one's going to push you if you say no, you know? So think about that. That is the difference in that. And one advice I hope that you guys can take away from this is, let this be encouragement to you to know that, like, for one, with these things, if it's too good to be true, it usually is. My takeaway is, if it sounds like something that everyone could do, why isn't everybody doing this? Like, if it's so easy to make, let's say someone promises you, oh, if you pay this amount, you'll make $4,000 an hour. Like, why isn't everybody signing up for this agency? How come this is my first time hearing about you? Since it's legitimate, if it's supposed to be legitimate, why isn't everybody doing it? My biggest takeaway too is, let that be motivation. If you have been scammed or if you have fallen into traps with these companies, just keep your eyes out. Keep a good lookout with your eyes, and keep a good lookout with your eyes. Anyway, keep a good lookout, and let it be motivation to also create your own path for yourself. If there are these illegitimate companies scamming people, and some of these are MLM scams, and they're having these big webinars, making people pay thousands of dollars just to sit on a Zoom giving general knowledge, and half of the time they're not legitimate people, if they're able to do that, not really good companies, and they're able to make all this money, surely you can take the skills that you've developed that are legitimate, that are helpful to people, and have secret knowledge to build something that is going to be useful to society. And so let that be like the takeaway from this. If they're doing something for something that's like a scam or illegitimate and they're able to make success out of it, so if they can do it and they're making money from it, surely you can.